Welcome, this is Shakti, online astrologer, and as you see, I'm living in paradise, Malawi. So I'm very far away, which means I'm doing most of my work online, my forecast readings, my astrology counseling. So if you haven't done so, please sign up for your subscription so you make sure you are kept in the loop for whatever upcoming astrological forecasts I'm preparing. I also love to hear back from you, because it's kind of hard to keep this going if it's not some kind of a dialogue. And I promise I will get back to you with whatever comment you leave me. So today we're going to talk about the next solar eclipse, which is happening in Taurus. Moon astrology in general is so interesting because we can follow the journey of the moon across the sky with our naked eye. So solar eclipse is especially powerful because we can see it. And I'm sure for our ancestors that might have been even not only a mystical but a very scary experience that the sun was darkened for a moment in time. And I do remember my first solar eclipse as a child and how impactful that was for me. So watching solar eclipses, looking into your own birth chart, seeing in which area that might play out, can really help you to adjust, to tune with those energies. And in general, because the solar eclipse is a very powerful new beginning, here that new beginning is described by the qualities of Taurus. So we will have to look in depth into what Taurus energies mean for you. So this new moon solar eclipse is happening in 8 degrees Taurus on April 28th, 2014 at 6:02 Greenwich time. A little bit about me. My name is Shakti Nevran, and I'm living on Maui, as you know. So because of that, I have to spend a lot of time on the computer. So I do a lot of my work online with forecasts and readings for people. And I do that because I am really passionate about astrology. So my intention is to get you inspired and to teach you enough about astrology that you are motivated to deepen your own inner knowledge, to really use this tool for your own contentment and satisfaction and joy in your life. So the art of astrology is described through archetypes and symbols. And then it's up to us if we manifest them into higher or lower end possibilities and forms in our life. So the archetypes and symbols just describing the potentiality of those underlying creative force fields and creative universal energies, however you want to think about them. So the key of manifestation is your state of consciousness and how you can use those informations you have about the archetypes to really make better choices in your life. So this is what my forecasts are all about, to describe the possibilities of the archetypes and its low-end and high-end manifestations to give you choices. So solar eclipse is always a new moon. And what's happening with the solar eclipse is that the moon is briefly between the sun and the earth. And because from our earthly perspective, the moon has the same size as the sun, we have this darkening and wiping out the light for however long it lasts. So we all know that the new moon is already a beginning of a cycle of the moon, of the months, and it's a powerful new beginning. But of course, here it's really a notch up, and it's important when we have a solar eclipse, a new moon solar eclipse. It's a powerful ending of something old and a new beginning. And eclipses can therefore be compared to rebooting your consciousness, like you're rebooting your computer with new updates. You know, like your computer doesn't work somehow and you shut it down and restart it, and then it suddenly works. So with eclipses, it's a little bit like that. So the solar eclipse kind of reboots your consciousness, your conscious mind, and the lunar eclipse reboots your inner world, your emotional set point, your unconscious drives and motivations. So here I have the eclipse dates for you for 2014. So there's a lunar eclipse April 14th in Libra. The solar eclipse we're discussing in Taurus. The next lunar eclipse is October 8th. The next solar eclipse after that, October 23rd in Scorpio. So in order to know what potentiality this solar eclipse carries for a new beginning, we need to have a deeper look into the sign of Taurus. So the sign of Taurus is the first sign of Earth. It's ruled by Venus, and it represents the second house in the house system. So here it's the third glyph you are looking at is a Taurus glyph. And as a first sign of Earth, Taurus is a sign of grounding, of really arriving on Earth and to develop a sense of self and dignity and a sense of self-value, to really arrive on planet Earth. So the Taurus personality is the archetype of the farmer or gardener, the one with the green thumb, the grounded one, the earth spirit, the conservative, not necessarily meant in a political way, but it can play out as that. It's really about what makes life work. This is that practicality, that's describing the archetype of Taurus. From an evolutionary perspective, whatever planets we have in a sign, this is kind of our lesson plan. This is what we really learn and want to deepen in this lifetime. So if you have any planets in Taurus, all these qualities is something you have to some extent, but you also need to develop and deepen. So as a Taurus, you want to really learn how to be deeply in touch with the physical dimension of life. And learning that pets can be very helpful, learning to enjoy the simple pleasures of life, just stretching and resting and taking care for our physical body. Taurus values comfort, stability, physical pleasures, often have an artistic orientation because it's ruled by Venus. But they're also very pragmatic, this grounded, earth, practical approach to life. So Taurus is very realistic. It's dealing with what makes life work. So if you want to bring balancing energies with the help of gemstones into your life as a Taurus, or to help you to anchor these solar eclipse beginnings. Emerald is one of the birthstones for Taurus. So it represents the queen, the high priestess, the coming together of the worldly with the spiritual power. And where that is happening is in your heart. So the emerald in general is a stone which is very nourishing and empowering in the heart chakra. So there's a lot of wisdom and balancing and soothing energy. And that can be something really wonderful, especially in hard and emotionally difficult times. If you're interested in the healing and metaphysical, more in-depth qualities of emerald, I prepared a whole nother video for you, so you can look at that. And then, of course, as any other sign, Taurus has a shadow. And the shadow is laziness. So a certain rigidity and stubbornness can be attributed to Taurus shadow. They can be fundamentalists, somebody who's very stubborn and set on this is the truth, and I kill you for it. That's a really right edge side of that. So, but also because Taurus likes to play it safe and values so much to be comfortable, they can be boring themselves. So, uh, yeah, usually Taurus feels attracted by somebody who shakes it up a little. So the Scorpio would be the complementing sign here to the Taurus shadow and doesn't let you go to sleep. Now, of course, it gets interesting with the question, what can we do with all that? How can we use those Taurian energies and what are possibilities of projects to do? So first of all, I want to point your attention to the Venusian potential of Taurus. So do you enjoy your creativity? Do you have an artistic potential? Are you playing an instrument? Do you like to dance or sing? So everybody has an artistic, creative potential. The question is how far and how deep is it really in you? You have to take it. So this is a good time if you have a calling and you haven't put the time and energy in, you can take it to the next level. It's a time to enjoy your body and whatever that will do it for you to help you to do that. If it's exercise, gentle exercise, dancing, massages, go have a facial, any kind of body work, any way of honoring the temple of your soul, your body. Uh, that would be a wonderful way to work these energies. I think the most famous and most loved and well-known way of meditation, which is definitely a Taurus way, is what I call the sun meditation. So especially if you don't live in Hawaii like I do, when the sun is out, it's really a privilege. It's a gift to be out and bath and tank on that life force and get your vitamin D levels up. So sun meditation, that's a meditation for everybody and especially Taurus. And as another activity for the solar eclipse Taurian qualities is gardening. So it could be a good month to start and finish a project in your garden. Maybe you want to do some landscaping or start an organic vegetable garden. So all this would be in the flow of the force. Another Taurus project could be smelling the roses, really taking that time, sitting with a cup of tea out in the garden, and just relax and enjoy that slowing down. And that happens too if we're watching a sunset. So of course we're very gifted here on Maui. We have wonderful sunsets, and but I'm sure everywhere on the planet, wherever you live, you have the chance to go out somewhere in nature and be in that magic of a day coming to an end. Often money is attributed to Taurus, and that's part of it. But basically, Taurus is really about resources and what are your true resources in your life. And if you ask yourself that question, I'm sure money is there somewhere. But to have a meaningful life, to have people you love in your life, to have resources of creativity, of wisdom, of knowledge to create the life you want, that's probably high up on the list. So it's a good time to nourish your body by being in nature. Hiking, spending time in nature, being out there, breathing, any kind of activity you can do outdoors that's truly nourishing and healing for you right now. So the evolutionary goal of the soul of Taurus is learning, grounding, calming down, centering. Ultimately, it's really about feeling good about oneself and developing that sense of dignity and self-esteem. Each video and each month, I am reminding myself and you that it's really about learning to enjoy the energies along the way, the energies of the specific planetary forces at work. So we are often very focused on the intentions, on our goals, but I think a gift in life, and it's a specific gift and skill to develop, is to really enjoy ourselves along the way, to be where we are. Every journey starts from where you are. I like to let you know that I will be teaching astrology classes for beginners and advanced classes down the road. And this will start April 12th. And this will be appropriate if you have no prior knowledge about astrology, or if you know just some, but you don't know how to put it all together into a reading, all these different dimensions of signs, houses, aspects. So these will be online webinar classes, a very small group of only 12 people. So you will have enough space to ask questions and to really make it interactive. I'm really looking forward to this. So if you're interested, if you want to become an astrologer or just use it for your own personal growth, let me know. Call me, shoot me an email, and we can connect. Please talk to me. Leave me your comments. This is what I'm living for. I'm always talking to this empty space. So for you to get back to me, it really enriches me, and I know what I'm doing this for. So I'm looking forward to hear from you. If you haven't done so yet, now it's a good time to sign up for your subscription, so you will be kept informed whenever I have a new forecast video ready and up. So please subscribe if you like my work. You can also go to my website, mauiastrologyreading.com, to sign up for my newsletter, which will also give you a free report for your love stone based on your birth chart. So if you love gemstones, why don't you do that? And of course, if you like the material I presented, please like me. Again, this is how you can reach me. I'm living in Hawaii, so my phone number is 808-878-8182. Or you can go to my website, mauiastrologyreading.com. So if you're interested in a personal reading, that's how you can reach me. I have been doing astrology for 35 years, so I have a lot of experience, and I really, really love to do this work because I see again and again how much of a difference it can make in somebody's life to have that kind of high wisdom and evolutionary perspective. So call me and we can do our reading through Skype online, and you can come visit me here on Maui. So as we say here, aloha, and thank you for visiting, and I see you soon.